Hello and welcome to episode 27 of the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, your bartender in the OSR, Eric Tenkar, and I have arrived home from Dallas. I am no longer at the North Texas RPG Con, no longer enjoying the $10 breakfast buffet at the Westin. Very nice. No complaints. No longer staying up late and drinking my ass off. Yeah, no, stop that. Went to bed at a normal time last night. First time I think I was in bed any time before 1, and that was Texas time, so that's really 2 New York time. Yeah, I was in bed at like 11:30 last night. Even that was pushing it. My flight home wasn't bad, except for the fact, of course, that the plane in front of us, the plane arriving to give us a plane to leave Dallas, was 20 minutes behind schedule, which necessitated a crew change. And then the crew change led to a paperwork issue on the plane with the new crew. Something had to get signed off with maintenance. It wasn't an actual maintenance issue. There was no problem with the plane. There was a problem with the paperwork, and that delayed us a good 45 minutes. Not as bad a delay as I understand James Spahn had. So I feel sorry for James. I apologize for whatever airline flew you, James. I'm sure they do not wish to have your wrath. So, but yeah, as much as I love going to cons, and especially in North Texas, oh my God, it's like coming home again. It is good to be home. It is good to be home and see my son, see my parents, see my doggy and my kitty. Yes, I sound like an idiot when I say that, but these animals were on like half rations when we were gone. They were not eating. The dog would not stay anywhere but the bedroom. Even when my niece visited with my parents downstairs, it just wasn't happening. She would not stay put. Of course, you can hear her in the background piping in once in a while, but such is Donka. She needs to make an appearance known. And there's no Glenn on the other end of this. If there was Glenn, I could understand it. She hears Glenn's voice through my headset in the next room and gets all excited. So, things that I have not discussed about the convention, but I shall now, or I shall after I stop recording so I can cough up a hairball and then return to it. But I'm going to give you some inside baseball in a minute. I was going to blame my postnasal and throat congestion on the hotel's recycled air, but allergies were kicking me before I went to Dallas. They're still kicking me now. You've heard it in my voice. So, all right. So some inside baseball. One thing I found out. I'm not going to name the offender, but there's at least one personality in the OSR that does not wash their hands after using the urinal. That was shocking and distressing to me when I saw that. And no, I don't make a habit of watching people in the bathroom, but you just couldn't miss the transition from urinal to door without making it to the sink. Again, I'm not mentioning names. Maybe somebody else witnessed this. Again, if you did, don't mention names. But I cried a little inside. For those who have been following Doug's health, Doug has cancer. Yes, I said Doug Donka. All right, not Glenn. Doug has been struggling with cancer, I think, now for 2 years. He looked really good, really solid. It was an amazing sight. I was extremely happy to see that. That really isn't inside baseball, but certainly something I did not mention. There were 2 vending halls the main vending hall, and the secondary one, which was only open Friday, Saturday. Both were worth hitting, definitely. I think if there's any complaints that anyone would have, the artist row was toward the back, I guess, of the open area, including registration, including a hallway going like in between rooms. Folks like Jason Braun were easy to miss, and he did, from what I understand, decent business, which is great. But if he wasn't on your radar, you'd only catch him if you were, you know, walking in one of the two ways you get to the men's room on the main floor, or if you were heading to maybe like the Dragoons or the Frog God room. You'd see him to your left as you went to the rooms, which is a shame. And I don't know if there's a better way to set that up. I am by far not the con expert. There's also a comment I heard from numerous individuals about that. Is it well, and it wasn't necessarily from any of those displaying, but the lighting was a little dim in those areas, especially if you're trying to show off art. I wonder if they could do some portable lighting next time, so it's easier to see. Oh yeah. So second year in a row, Jeff Easley has done these amazing paintings on spot using nothing but general house paints. Holy shit, this man is fucking skilled. If I come one year with a disposable $10,000 in my pocket and I can bid on stuff that I certainly would love to have but can't afford and can't justify, the first stuff I would bid on is Jeff's artwork that he does at the con. It is striking. It is vivid, and it's unique, and it's large. Nothing you're gonna take in your carry-on luggage. Nothing that you're gonna ship home. Even checked luggage. You'd have to find. I guess I'd have to drive. Oh man, I have to drive next year if I want to do that. Uh, I need a lot more than 10,000 disposable income for that. I need enough to hire a driver. Sorry, I'm just thinking on some weird tangents. Yeah, it was a really, really great con. Uh, I did not sell all the OSR patches that Thad had sent, so I'm going to send them back to him this week. So if you're looking for OSR patches, Thaddeus Moore is the way to go. He'll when he's ready to start selling them again, he'll put it up. I know he has another patch in the works, at least one, and he's dropped the idea of a tavern patch, which would be pretty damn cool. I guess maybe we'd base it on the tavern placard that Eric Quigley did as part of the large, part of Eric's larger tavern uh, banner or header art, which rotates at the tavern. I love the fact I can rotate that art. There's so many people that have supplied art for the tavern. Some of them uh, just showed up my email. Others I commissioned. All of it is here's where I earned my explicit label. All of it is fucking amazing. I am blessed to know so many talented individuals in our community. I really can't say enough about that. But enough about the con. Yes, I'm saying that right now. I have to start playing catch up on other stuff, both at the tavern, the blog, and here because I was at the con for 5 full days plus a day of travel on the end. I count the first day, day zero, as a full day. And I have to catch up on blog posts. I got to catch up on Kickstarters. I have offers of interviews from people in the OSR, and I really should get some of those rolling. One I suspect will be a multi-part or a multi-episode interview. because, quite simply, I have a lot to ask, and if judging by the conversation that we had at the bar at North Texas at the Westin, and how well the conversation went, we're not going to fit it into a 15-minute episode. We might fit it into a week's worth of 15-minute episodes, and that's fine. One thing I do want to touch on is the idea of the length of these episodes. As you probably have noticed, you should have noticed, for the most part, they are under 15 minutes long. I think I hit over just over 20 when I interviewed James Shields. And the idea is short episodes are easier to work into the schedule of most people. Long episodes are great for long commutes. If you have a podcast player that allows you to queue up episodes, multiple short episodes are the equivalent of one long episode. So by keeping these episodes relatively short and on a daily basis, I'm effectively giving you a long episode for those that wish to use it as such. I don't expect that most people are going to drop in for 10 to 15 minutes on a daily basis, but they might. And if they do, these short episodes are great. But if they don't, they drop in twice a week, then they queue up 3 or 4 episodes, and we're off to the races. Which isn't a bad way to handle it, I think. So, I think we're 11, 12 minutes right now. Something like that. Probably enough for today. I still have to recover. I don't have Concord, as far as I know, nor does Rach. Rach went back to work today. My computer is not acting as flaky after being off for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 6 days. So the need to replace it might be put off, or it might not quite be as far as it needs to go. I don't know. In any case, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Support your local conventions. And when I say local, it's anyone you can make it to and have a good time. Stay safe. God bless. I'll talk to you tomorrow.